Hello, my name is Ellis. I am a 26-year-old female who moved to America from Russia. I was originally born in Moscow in the year of 1882. I'm always helpful around the house, and when I am not helping out or cleaning, I'm almost always reading a good book. I finished high school and was top of my class. I am also, of course, a good Orthodox Christian girl. As a very poor little Russian girl, my family and I did not have much in Russia. I had a job as a store clerk I did with my mother, but it did not pay a lot. My father was a welder and brought in most of the money. Besides our hopes for finding wealth in America, I was looking forward to freedom and opportunities that my previous absolute monarchy government could not provide. My passage to America was simply the worst experience I have ever had to endure. Loading onto the ship took several hours waiting in extremely long, crammed lines, flooded with crying children and impatient passengers. When my family and I reached our turn to be checked for disease and information, the only possible issue I might have had on the ship was getting ill because I have a history of fainting. Once boarded, getting down to the bottom of the ship was a very long and tedious process. Our tenant was crammed and filthy. Sleeping was incredibly uncomfortable and it became very hard to breathe. I ended up fainting and collapsing where I had to be carried all the way up to the bow of the ship to get some fresh air. Fortunately, I did not hit my head, but over the nearly 3-week voyage, I fainted a total of 5 times. The lack of food and hygiene did not help with my recovery, but I survived. After the long journey and painful journey to America, seeing Ellis Island peek up above the horizon was like seeing a loved one you had been separated from for years. It was my first time here in America, yet I felt so home and so welcome. The entire ship exploded with joyous laughter and yells. Seasickness was suddenly cured by the sight of the tall copper woman lighting our way to freedom at last. After enduring 3 weeks of sickness and slope, waiting for the ferry was almost exciting. Yet again, I was cramped and uncomfortable, but nothing we couldn't handle. This entire process, unloading from the ship and then being checked for disease at Ellis Island, was tiring and tedious, but undoubtedly worth it. Now in present day, I get to sit in a comfortable chair of my own house with my family. I get to work in a t-shirt making company and come home to a warm home that is governed fairly. We can eat meals on a semi-consistent basis and survive through cold winters. None of us have become filthy rich like we had hoped yet, but we can be happier and fearless in our society today.